After that?
And grade 2, concentration, occurs, and 3 mood, imperative, operative, conditional.
Yes. So we have not done conditional mood. We have done imperative and potential. Okay. Yes.
And active and passive.
Yes. That's the very important topic. And after that, what is the syllabus? There are 2 papers, so you have to check the second paper as well.
And spoken Sanskrit basis sentence formation and Sanskrit grade 2 translation from Sanskrit
English and English to Sanskrit.
And vice
versa. Yes.
Translation to.
Yes, vice versa also. And composition also. Yes, composition.
Okay, I think only
Okay. So if we have read what is the syllabus, we have not done one mood, which is conditional, and the very important topic which is written there is active and passive voice, which we will start, and that will take almost 1 month. It's a big topic. Active and passive includes so many minute small subtopics like active and passive in present tense, active and passive in past tense, active and passive, all like that. And in active and passive, I am going to do past participles also. So it will take almost 1 month or more than 1 month. And once we start active and passive, please remember that it is very important not to miss class. Now because these are friends, they have gone back to Vietnam to enjoy their New Year. I will not start active and passive till they come back because it's important topic. I hope they will come back in next week at least. Yes. So I will start that in the month of February. But we make sure that once we start active and passive, it's important topic. So try not to miss the class because it's really important topic. In Sanskrit, active and passive voice or passive voice is very important because if you just read Sanskrit, if you take any text and just read, you have some text today? Which text you have? Udana Varga is a prose text. I don't want prose. I want Avadana. Yes, Avadana if you have. Let us just go through it and see how many lines are in passive. For example, okay, you have it stop. I need a spectacle. The first sentence is active voice, no problem. But let's just find out which sentences are in passive. Okay, I could get directly passive sentence only. How much you have finished? First paragraph you have done?
First paragraph.
You are done doing? So if you can see there, Ahavaniyani tani kulani yeshu kuleshu mata pitarau samyak manyete pujyete parihriyete. Can you see these 3 verbs used in that sentence? Riyete, parihriyete. 3 verbs are used. Manyete, pujyete, parihriyete. And all these 3 verbs are in passive. They are passive verbs. They are not active. because paririyete. Ri is passive of ru, hara. Otherwise we use it as harati, harataha, haranti, harate. But paririyete, that means it is used in passive. So passive you will see used very frequently in Sanskrit. If suppose I start speaking in Sanskrit for 10 minutes, suppose I speak in Sanskrit for 10 minutes, in those 10 minutes, 6 minutes I will be using passive voice. 6 to 7 minutes I will be using passive voice. And the scholars who speak in Sanskrit, they will almost use it for 8 to 9 minutes. Only passive. So active is less used in Sanskrit as compared to passive. Very important to know. In English, that's not the thing. In English, what happens? Have you learnt English active and passive voice? Yes? You have learnt active and passive voice in English. Yes? In English course you have it. Change the voice. I drank water. Change it into passive. I drank water. How will you change? Water
drunk by
was, because I drank water. So water was drunk by me. Yes, that's what you have learned. But in usage, how many times you say that water was drunk by me? Do you say it in English?
Rarely.
Very rarely, hardly. It was gone by me. Will you say it was gone by me? I went. You will not say it was gone by me. I went. But in Sanskrit, it was gone by me is a very simple sentence which is commonly used. So what is very, very important to know is that I am not going to start today the passive voice, but I want to tell you why it is important. Because in Sanskrit, passive voice is used in larger amount than active voice. Yes, there will be active voice sentences as well, but passive is very common. What I want to say, in English, in my English studies, when I studied English, I got only one question in exam, change the voice, and there I have changed the voice. Otherwise in my life I have never used passive voice. Hardly. We might say 1 or 2 sentences in the whole day in English. We might say. That also not very sure. Hardly used. But in Sanskrit, as I said, in 10 minutes of speech, I'll be using passive more than 5 to 6 minutes. Might be 7 minutes also. So that common thing is the usage of passive. So learning active and passive voice is very, very important topic, which is there in the exam of this semester, which we will be starting not today. I just wanted to tell you that it is very important and you have to be present because it's not that easy. In English also you have some rules. Like just now we have done one English sentence. I drank water. And then this place is changed. Then this drank changed to was drunk. Drunk is PPP, was drunk. Why was? Because it's drank. It's past tense, so was. And then I is changed to by and me. And the place changes. All these rules are there. And in English there are many rules. Suppose it is I drink water. Then you don't say was drunk. Water is drunk by me. So when it is past tense, you use water is drunk. But drunk will be continued. All these rules. If it is yesterday, the word has. Suppose I drank water yesterday. Do you know the rule for yesterday in English? Do you remember? You know, definitely you know because you have learned voice in English.
The day before.
Yes, we have to. We can't say yesterday. We have to say the day before.
Yeah.
So there are rules. Yesterday will change to the day before. Tomorrow will change to the day after. Something. There are many rules. There are rules about drank, drink, will drink. change to passive, but there are rules. I will drink water. Suppose it is I will drink water. Water would be drunk by me. So there are many rules. Yes, in English you have to learn the rules. Same way, in English, Sanskrit also there are many rules for passive. But it's not difficult like English. If I want to say, in English you have many rules. In Sanskrit, not many rules, but the concept is very important. And once you understand the concept, passive concept is clear in your mind, you will not have any problem. That's the reason I'm telling you again and again before I start passive voice that please don't be absent. When we start passive voice, don't be absent. Because once the concept is clear, it's very important concept because as I said, your maximum text will have passive voice usage in it. Maximum sentences will be in passive voice. And how come it is in passive? I'll give you just one example. What we have learnt about the subject? The subject is always in which case? Have you come across the sentences where there is no nominative case used of subject? Have you come across till today? No? Not a single time? Have you come across the words like maya, taya, tena used as subject? No? You did not read any passive sentence, that means? I'll show you. Mata pitarau samyak manyete, samyak pujyete, samyak sukhena paririyate is a passive sentence. And what is the subject of the sentence? It is done by whom? Yeshu kuleshu mata pitaro samyak manyete. The parents are given proper respect. Did you read the meaning? Have you understood the meaning of it? Yes. So what is the meaning? Tatra yeshu kuleshu mata pitaro samyak manyete or samyak pujyete. So where the parents are honored, are respected. So by whom?
Happy.
By whom?
By me.
By me. So where is that by me? It's not written clearly there, but it is understood that the subject of the sentence is not written directly, and if written, it's not in nominative case. Maya. By me. So by me, that means the subject is used in instrumental case. And if I tell you today that go and search the sentences where there is instrumental case of subject, you will get many sentences. Yes, in English you might not translate it as by me every time. Because as I said, English hardly uses passive voice. But in Sanskrit, if you have to go word by word translation, then you will do it like this. I respect parents, or parents were respected by me. These are the two ways. And usually we say I respect parents. But sometimes in English also you get such sentences: respected by me, worshipped by me, listen to them by me. So these sentences are kasya hetoho brahma bhuta vikalpasasu mata pitaru Sahadharmena Sa acharyani tani kulani yeshu kuleshu mata pitaru samyak. Again that same sentence is repeated. Mata pitaru ahavaniyani tani kulani yeshu kuleshu mata pitaru. 3-4 times that same sentence is coming up again and again and again. So if you see the same sentence is coming again and again, and all three verbs are in passive. Passive is repeated, passive is repeated, passive is repeated. Because actually, what is the meaning of passive? What does that mean? What is the difference in active and passive? Let's come back to the original question. What is the difference between active and passive? Active means स्वतः आणि passive means
ऍक्टिव्ह म्हणजे स्वतः आधी येतो. आय कम्स फर्स्ट.
तुम्ही इंग्लिश प्रमाणे सांगताय आय कम्स फर्स्ट असं म्हणायचं का आणि बाय मी हा शेवटी जातो असं म्हणायचंय कारण इंग्लिशमध्ये त्याची इन इंग्लिश सेंटेन्सेस यू हॅव वर्ड डिफरंट वर्ड ऑर्डर. In Sanskrit we do not have different word order. So you can't say it comes first, it comes at the end. It can start with Maya.
सब्जेक्ट पण चेंज होतो ना आपण ह्याच्यातून असे वर्ड्स
In English, when you learnt English passive voice,
चेंज करताना
what was told to you? What is passive? Actually, what is voice? What is voice? What does that mean? Voice means yes, I'm speaking, that is also voice. You heard my voice. That is also voice. But when we talk about active and passive voice,
कर्त्याला महत्त्व दिलं जातं ऍक्टिव्ह आणि कामाला महत्त्व दिलं जातं.
exactly. So very, very important is that in active voice, your actor, your subject of the sentence is very important and your verb is according to the subject of the sentence. And in passive voice, in English also, I'm not talking about Sanskrit as yet, I'm teaching you English grammar today at the beginning. In English also, let me change the example. I ate fruits. If I write fruits in plural and I write one more sentence where I write only one fruit. I ate fruit and I ate fruits. Suppose there are two different sentences. While changing the voice in English, the first sentence, I ate fruit. Fruit was eaten. So was, why was? Because it's a single fruit. Past is one thing which we just spoke about. But there is only one fruit, so fruit was eaten. So, according to fruit means according to the object you decided your verb. Got it? Your verb is determined by your object. In English also. Not only in Sanskrit, but in English also. So, fruit was. I am not writing the full sentence because you know I am not teaching you English grammar. I am just revising your English grammar so that you can understand Sanskrit passive voice better. And if I have to say I ate fruits in passive, where?
Fruits were.
Yes, fruits were eaten by me. So I will change was to where because this is singular and fruits is plural. Yes, and according to the subject, no, sorry, not subject, this is my object and this object decides my verb. Okay, the object decides my verb. Till today what we have learned? We have learned aham sugachami. So always the subject and the verb go hand in hand. That's what we have learned till today. Aham gachami. It will not go with anything else. But now in passive voice, it will change. What will happen now in passive voice? It will change according to the object, as in English. In English also you change your verb. Is this sentence correct if I write? F-R-U-I-T-S, fruits was eaten by me. Is that sentence correct? Fruits was eaten by me? No, it's not correct. Why it's not correct? Because I did not use my verb as per the object. So, are you getting the point? The point is that in active voice, actor is important. What is actor? The one who does the action. That means subject. Actor means subject. Subject is important. Why it is important? Because verb is decided by subject of the sentence, by actor, by one who does the action. So if I say awam, immediately I have to use first person dual. Isn't it? Awam. Awam chalavaha. Awam khadavaha. The moment I change aham to awam, we have learnt it. Right from first day we have learnt it. That the moment I change aham to awam, I have to change khadame to khadavaha. That means my subject decides the verb. Isn't it? But now we will see that in passive voice, the subject doesn't decide the verb. Then who decides the verb? The object. Same way in English. So the active, the word itself, active voice, when we say active, depending on actor, and passive, which is not depending on actor. So passive. Actor is not active, actor is passive in passive sentence. Got it? The name itself suggests us. What does the name say? And actually what is this? Okay, let's go back to the main theme. What is the purpose of language? Why do we use language? Yes, to communicate, to express, to tell something, and while using that language, for that matter we have language at hand. Yes, for communication what do we have in hand? Language. And to communicate, there are many ways to communicate. Yes. So active voice is one way of communication and passive voice is another way of communication. Yes. So what is voice actually? It's a way of expression. Going back to the main thing, when we say active and passive voice, but what is voice? Voice is the way of expression. It is one of the way of expression. It can be active also, it can be passive also. As I wish, if I want to say something, as just now we said, that I wanted to say I drank water. But when I say I drank water, I am important. I drank water. And when I say the water was drunk by me, water becomes important. Water was drunk by me. Even our stress, your language is stress language, so you will have it much more. But in English, what we say, water was drunk by me. So water becomes important. Was drunk by me or by you doesn't matter. So there the object becomes important. So what is this actually voice? Voice is just an expression. One way of expression is active voice, another way of expression is passive voice. Basically, it's the style which is used in the language. There are many styles used in languages. For example, let me give some example. Sometimes there are some people, those who always speak in poem. Have you come across around you those who like to make everything poetic? Or no? Have you come across such people? Someone likes to rhyme always. The normal tone also will be rhyming. मी तुझ्याकडे येते, तू माझ्याकडे येते. Something like that. So rhyming. So this is one style. Someone doesn't want to use what you can say, difficult words. So that is one style. Someone likes to use the difficult words. That is one style. So there are many styles.
Shashi Tharoor.
Yes, Shashi Tharoor. Shashi Tharoor speaks English, but it's difficult to understand. It's English, but still it's difficult to understand because it is his style. So what I want to say, that in expression you have different styles. Same language, Same language but different styles. As you said, Shashi Tharoor, same thing with Ramdas Athawale. He will always like to say poems, isn't it? I said just now I started with that. Someone likes to say always in poem, rhyming words. So that is one style. So there are styles. These are styles. And people, they have that habit to say to use some style. Why? No idea why. Because it is their style. So these are two different styles, active voice and passive voice. And we are going to learn those styles. And why we need to learn those styles? Because in Sanskrit, passive voice is very, 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 very common. What you have to remember is that passive is used in larger quantity in Sanskrit. Now in Buddhist Sanskrit, okay, the same text, there is one sentence after the three stanzas. After the three stanzas, immediately next sentence, Yada Bhagavata etat sutram bhashitam. Yada Bhagavata etat sutram bhashitam. I am not reading the whole sentence right now, just the first part. Yada Bhagavata etat sutram bhashitam. So, can you search the verb in that? Yes, I know it's not learned, but still, because you are doing this text with Pranali ma'am. So, can you search the verb in that? What can be the verb in that sentence? Bhashitam. And bhashitam is a past participle. Okay? Not only past participle, it is past passive participle. So the sentence is in passive voice. How do we understand that it is passive voice? Because Bhagavata, we have learnt the new word Bhagavat recently. And which verb, which case is Bhagavata? Check. Which case is Bhagavata?
Instrumental.
Instrumental. So that means the subject is used in instrumental case. Yada Bhagavata etat sutram bhashitam. So exact translation will be when this sutra, or what we can say sutra as aphorism, was said by Bhagavat, by Bhagwan, by. So to exactly translate by, we have to put it at the end. So what is important? Said by whom is not important. That sutra becomes important. Etat sutram bhashitam. So these sentences, I am giving you just to understand that how many sentences you will get which are used in passive. In your one page, I could show you 3-4 sentences. 3 sentences means one sentence is repeated thrice. Just now we read manyete, paririyete, 3-4 times the same sentence is repeated. After that, I did not read the whole passage as yet, but I could get one more sentence which is in past passive. Yada Bhagavata etat sutram bhashitam. Obviously, the next part is also tada. Bhikshavaha samasyaha jataha sarva samshaya chetaram buddham bhagavantam paprachuhu. Now in second part, there is no passive. There is no passive in the second part because the subject is in nominative case. So half part is passive, half part is active. So are you getting how much variety you will get while reading it? It will be active passive combination, it will be active, it will be passive, it will be passive also. How do we understand? Because bhikshavaha, can you see bhikshavaha word there? And bhikshavaha is in which case? Nominative. So that means nominative case is used, that means the sentence is in active voice. But if it would have been bhikshu bihi, Instead of bhikshavaha, bhikshubhihi, then it would have been passive voice. That's how you have to go on searching. Is there any other sentence also which is last sentence on that same page? I am not reading each and every line. Yattu maya atite adhvani saragena sadveshena samohena etc. 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 I will not read the whole line. Yattu maya.
Maya.
Can you see maya? Can you see maya there? Last sentence. Maya. Yattu maya. So maya means passive sentence again. I am not reading each and every line, but still I am getting passive easily. I am putting my specs on and just searching, and immediately I am getting somewhere. I am not reading each and every line, but wherever I see, I get. That much usage of passive voice is found in Sanskrit. So have you understood how important topic it will be? I just wanted to show you. And the instrumental case forms we require for passive voice. Okay? So my suggestion to you is that I know you will not start learning the Bhagavat and all words immediately. You might not have started learning them. But my suggestion to you is that in next 10 days, before we start passive voice properly in class, I want you to learn nominative, accusative and instrumental, means only 3 cases, thoroughly of the words which we have learned till today. 3 cases you learn properly, because they will be required in passive voice. In passive voice, we don't require dative, ablative, genitive, locative, vocative. We don't require them. In active and passive, we require only 3 cases which are very important for active and passive, and those are nominative, accusative and instrumental. If you learn these 3 cases thoroughly, it will be easy for you to understand passive voice. We can go ahead easily then. So try to learn it. We have learned many words, many new words also we have learned. Yes, asmat, yushmat. Just now maya. We came to maya. What is maya? It's instrumental of asmat. Mad or asmat. Tvaya. Tvaya is again instrumental. Yuvabhyam, yushmabhihi, maya, avabhyam, asmabhihi. We have learned these words. So please try to remember these 3 cases. Got it? I'm not starting voice today. I'm saying again and again. I'm just giving you the idea about voice. Why it is important. I'll not take any sentence directly to translate or to change the voice immediately. I'll not do that. But please remember that you have to remember these 3 cases before we start voice. Nominative, accusative and instrumental, starting from first word, buddha, ending in a word. We learnt in first semester. Right from that, last week, which word did we learn? New word? Pitru, Matru, Bhagavat, were the last 2 weeks words. So up to that, all the words, try to remember nominative, accusative and instrumental. Just 3 cases, which will help you a lot in your active and passive concept. Got it? I'll stop now speaking about active and passive, because as I said, it's not my today's topic. I just wanted to show you that in syllabus, how much we have done and what is left. Now, what I will do now, I'll give you some exercises. change into imperative mode. Okay, do this much. I'll give you 7 minutes to do this, and after that we'll discuss it. Let me know once you finish. Are you finished? Or 5 minutes more? Tell me, I'll give you time, don't worry. But let me know. So the first sentence, Mata Putran Rakshet. Change into imperative mood. Rakshatu. So when you are changing the mood or the tense, you change only one word, the verb. Mata and Putran you don't need to change. Mata Putran Rakshatu. Rakshit is third person singular. Rakshatu also third person singular, because Mata is third person singular. Mata is not I, Mata is not you. And Mata is singular. So third person singular. Easy. Rakshit, Rakshatu. Aham atra upavishani. Pavishayam. Yes, Pavishayam. Should I sit here? Aham atra upavishayam. I'm asking, I'm taking permission. Suggestion, permission. We have discussed about it. That these two, imperative and potential, are used for suggestion, choice, asking politely, not ordering. So, Ahamatra Upavishayam, should I sit here? Bhagavan etat bhasheta. Future tense? Bhashishyate. Correct. Alright? Bhashishyate. Bhash is the root verb.
Yeah.
It is added with ish, bhashi. Then you have sh of future tense, and te is the suffix which is added in third person singular. This part is added because of future tense. This is suffix. This part is root verb up to this bhash. Bhashishyate. So if you split it, bhash is the root verb. E comes in between. Sh is added because it's future tense, and te is added in third person singular. Bhashishyate. Why third person? Because Bhagavan is third person again. Bhashishyate. Bhagavan etat bhashishyate.
Yeah.
Bhagavan, Buddha will speak about it. Etat, whatever etat. Vayam jalam piba ma. Because it's vayam. So piba ma. Only piba ma. Because it's imperative. So pibani, pibavo, pibama. Now, I will add something to it.
Yeah.
I have written piba in imperative, but let's present tense, past tense, future tense, and potential. In all the verb forms which we have learned, change it. Change the same sentence into all. Pibama is already written in imperative. What will be present tense? Pibamaha will be present tense. Apibama will be past tense. Pa is in a irregular list. Because it's vayam, so first person plural. Pasyamaha. And in potential,
Vayam là we.
Vayam is we. First person plural. So everywhere we are using first person plural.
So
We should drink water. We drink water. We drank water. We will drink water. We should drink water. Different meanings. Yes. Last one, potential. Ma. Got it? So now, because we have learned 5 verb forms. Yes, we have learned 5 verb forms. In Sanskrit, there are total 10 verb forms. Okay? Each verb has got 10 different verb forms in Sanskrit. Each verb has 10 different forms and we have learned 5. So 50% is done. We have learned 50%. So if I'll give you one sentence like this, I can ask you to change it to any. Or I can give you all 5 like this. Yes? Now let's do little different exercise. Is this clear? Any doubt here? Any doubt?
The first Rakshatu.
Yes, Rakshatu, correct. I'll write the answer.
Tat upon Meta.
Yes, correct. Rakshatu and the other option is Rakshatat. Because Tat is their optional form. So Rakshatat also used, but very rarely used. Tat is there, but not used frequently. Why did I tell you? Because you might get somewhere Tat used. So I told you. Not frequently used. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, now let me give you some different exercise. Now, what I am going to do is same thing what we have learned. Verb, 50% verb. So, complete the table and be careful while completing it. Oh, what did I write? I'll not complete the table. You understood, complete. Present tense, past tense, future tense, imperative mood, and potential or optative mood. Anything you can write.
Yeah.
Each word you want to write, you can write. Mood. Now, suppose I'm going to write verbs in different places. I'm not going to write them everything here. I'm going to write it different places. I'll show you. You'll understand how. Okay? Suppose I write in imperative mood. I wrote in imperative Prakshalayantu. Prakshalayantu. I wrote in imperative mode. Prakshalayantu. Now what you have to do? You have to first check that the given verb is, definitely it's written in imperative mode, so it's imperative, but it's in which person and which number. So it is Prakshalayantu. Wait. I'll come to that. But before that, I'm just asking you the person and number. What is the person used there? Is it first person, second person or third person? Third person. Is it singular, dual or plural? Plural. So the form which is given to you is of third person plural. That means I have to write everywhere. Present tense, past tense, future tense and potential also in third person plural.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
Got it? Now, that you have understood, but let's go to the root verb now. First, find out what is the root verb. That's why it will become easy. So, what is the root verb? So, the root verb is pra plus kshala or kshala.
Yeah.
Kshala is root verb which changes to kshala.
Yeah.
So, you can write kshala or you can write directly kshala. It's up to you. In some dictionaries, you will get kshala as the root verb, which is changed to kshala while using the form. Even if you write kshala, and don't mind, kshala changes to kshala. So pra plus kshala. Now, what is very important? Yes, the class is very important because can you see prakshala and ayam? So, I'll write here, it's 10th class and what we have learned? 10th class is always UP, but here given form is PP. So I will write under Prakshala, it's 10 UP, but here in the given form it is used in PP.
Yeah.
And then I will write all and I will add Aya everywhere. Otherwise I will go wrong. If I don't add Aya, what will be my present tense form? My present tense form will be Prakshalanti, which is wrong. Prakshalanti is not correct form. Prakshalayanti, because that Aya is required because it's of 10th class. Got it?
Yes.
So what you need to check once I give you the verb, I'll write the verb anywhere.
Yeah.
You have to check which case, which person, which number, what is the root verb. Check that root verb is of first or fourth or sixth or 10th. I'm not giving you second group. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, I'm not giving. Only 1, 4, 6, 10 I'm giving. And then write the answer. Got it? How to do it?
Check the
First thing what you have to check that it is used in which number, which person and which number. First person, second person or third person. First you will check that because you have to write all other answers in the same. So you need to check that which person it is used and which number it is used. Singular, dual, plural. And once you know, then you have to check the root verb. And in root verb once you get, you have to check the class of that root verb. Class, 10th class, 4th class, 1st class, 6th class. Then only you can write all the forms. Otherwise you will make mistakes. Because here you can see Aya. Oh, this is of 10th class. So I have to add Aya everywhere. You understand because you write 10th class. Got it?
Yes.
How to go about it? So what will be present tense? First we will do together. So what will be present tense now? So these are fill in the blanks. In exam,
Yeah.
these are fill in the blanks and only this is written. Prakshalayantu is third person plural. Prakshalayanti will be your answer for present tense. Prakshalayanti. What will be past tense? Be careful. This exercise you have to be really careful.
Yeah.
Because Shala will be added with not pra. We have learnt it.
pra.
Very good. So Prakshalayan. Very good. Prakshalayan. So if the verb given is with a prefix,
Yeah.
you have to be more careful.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Because in past tense, the form will change. Prakshalayan. So that will be your correct answer and you will take Prakshalayan if you write. Then future tense. Correct. Prakshalayishayanti. Such a big word. Prakshalayishanti. Should I write for you?
Yes.
Yes, I'll write. Sha. This is the root verb. Prakshala. Shala. Yi. Yi. Aya, but now yi because of sha. So sha. Sha is coming because of future and then ti. Prakshalayishanti. Go step by step. Prakshalayishanti. Sorry, I have to write up. Such a big word. Then I will give you correct. Future tense correct. Prakshalayishanti.
Careful.
And then potential mood.
Potential mood là
Very good. Prakshalayeyu. So in potential mood, my answer will be Prakshalayeyu. Then my all tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
Got it? How to do it?
Yes.
And I am writing somewhere in singular, somewhere in dual, somewhere in plural, somewhere in second person, somewhere in first person, somewhere in third person. And 1, 4, 6, 10. So you have to think a bit before writing the answers.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
And that's how you have to complete the table. I showed you the first one, we did it together. Yes, now second onwards you will do on your own. Got it? It's not very difficult. See, the sentence which I wrote, the last sentence which I wrote, Vayam, Jalam, Pa, Piba, and use it in all. Same thing is here. Instead of sentence, I am giving you only verbs right now. We practice only verbs and then go to sentences.
We need to be careful.
Yes, only thing is that whatever is learned, use it. Especially when it is with 10th class, when it is with suffix, you have to be more careful. Okay? Okay, let me write. So this was the first one. Yes, I have written Kuriyaha in potential mood as the second one. Kuriyaha in potential mood I have written as the second one. So all these four you have to fill in the blank according to Kuriyaha. You have to search what is Kuriyaha, then you will understand how to go about others. Then I have written Drakshasi. Sorry, I made a mistake. I wrote it under past tense. I have to write it here. Drakshasi. Draksha. No, let me not write C. Draksha. Let me change. Drakshataha under future tense. Drakshataha under future tense. That is the second one. So 4 blanks here. And there is a blank here as well. You have to write the root verb as well. I've written something in present tense now. All others are blank. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Verbs I have written in different places in different. Now try to find out and write the other answers.